I've just been robbed. Daylight fucking robbery. Like what is going on with the prices of food?
Lise, what have you got to say to Tesco? They're expensive. I'm saying fuck you, Tesco.
This is when you know the cost of living crisis is a real thing. This is what I got for £19. 19 great British pounds in Lidl.
64 items in Tesco has just cost me £109, and now I'm sitting here parked outside B&M because I need to go in and get a load of the cleaning products, and I need some new shampoo and conditioner, so I'm going to spend another £25–30 in here.
I don't want to be an adult anymore. It's shit. How have I spent £250? £250?
And have you seen that supermarkets are increasing prices like 5 million times a year? I thought like food increases were like once a year, maybe twice a year.
I'm actually the one responsible for doing the shopping in my household, and every single time I go, I seem to get less for my money.
Then you'll get to the till, scan your shopping. Do you want to donate 20 people with Bobawasum? Do you want to donate to charity? I'm the charity. I'm this close to being the charity. Oh, no.
I feel ripped off buying absolutely anything in this country. Everything just feels like a rip-off. Food, petrol, taking the kids to a play area, everything has just shot up. Wherever you can be taxed in this country, you are taxed.
Like, life is off the fucking chart expensive at the moment, and it's really scary.
What kind of life is this? I know a lot of us are thinking about it, but what kind of life is this? We go out, everyone's expecting us to be happy, hunky-dory and great. No wonder we don't smile in this country. No wonder we don't smile at people and greet people, because what is there to smile at?
Holy shit. I mean, that's above inflation, isn't it? And I know it's at a petrol station. Lindt chocolate bar, £2.15. What in the broken Britain cost of living crisis bullshit is this?
Welcome back to Broken Britain, where we say what everyone's thinking, but the politicians on breakfast TV will never admit. Let's talk about this so-called cost of living easing. Because every time the government or some millionaire says inflation is slowing, things are improving, real people just laugh or cry. Because in the real UK, prices aren't going down. Everything is still expensive, food still costs a fortune, rent is still daylight robbery, bills still drain half your paycheck. And wages, still stuck in 2012. They keep telling us the crisis is cooling, but nothing's cooling, except people's bank accounts and quality of life. So hit that subscribe button, because today on Brit Rants, we're asking the real question. If inflation is falling, why does life still feel unaffordable? Why is everything still getting more expensive?
This is when you know the cost of living crisis is a real thing. This is what I got for £19. 19 great British pounds in Lidl, okay? 1 pack of lettuce, right? 2 things of almond butter, tiny little pots, 1 stick of deodorant, and 1 packet of mints. Yes, it's grass-fed. I like to know that my cows are eating well, okay? That's what I got, and it cost me almost £20. Are we all right? Is everything okay? That, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things cost me almost 20 quid. Yeah.
And have you seen that supermarkets are increasing prices like 5 million times a year? I thought like food increases were like once a year, maybe twice a year. Now, like we get these things, my boyfriend loves these Southern Fried Chicken things. They've gone up by like £1.50 in the last year.
I don't want to be an adult anymore. It's shit. How have I spent £250? £250? 3 bags of shopping, some cat food, cat litter, some like cleaning stuff for my flat. £250. Oh, and I refilled my car. That was like £55 to refuel my car, just for it to be empty in a few days. 200. This is why I'm poor. And what have I got to show for it? Do you know what I bought myself? This, and it tastes like pure sugar. And a protein bar, which was delightful. £1.50 I spent on myself. I did buy a car air freshener, which was again £1. I can't do it.
64 items in Tesco has just cost me £109, and now I'm sitting here parked outside B&M because I need to go in and get a load of the cleaning products, and I need some new shampoo and conditioner, so I'm going to spend another £25-30 in here. And then at some point this week, before I do our next big food shop, I'm going to need to go to Aldi to top up on a few of the things like milk and any salady bits, just things that you run out of during the week. So last night, me and my fiance actually sat there and worked out how much we spent last month on food, cleaning products and toiletries and just essentials that you have to buy, and it came to literally just under £1,000. And I'm like, £1,000 on things that you have to survive. Like, that is fucking insane. We are a family of 4, there's 2 adults, 2 kids. We are an ingredients only household. Like, I do not buy any jars. I try to make everything if I can. Like, I really enjoy doing that. We buy all of our meat from the butchers unless we've ran out of something, and obviously I need it for a tea, then I'll nip to either Aldi or Tesco's, wherever I'm closer to. I don't see how it could be cheaper because I am so careful with what I'm buying. I'm so careful with what I'm picking up. We eat really well and I love the way we eat, and I have absolutely no intention of changing the way we eat. I don't buy everything branded. Like I said, I try to do ingredients only, so for the most part I don't really buy pre-made anything unless it absolutely has to be pre-made or I need something to be quick, whatever. But it's just got me thinking, that's like a quarter of our combined monthly income just goes on living expenses, food, things that we absolutely have to have, and that's not including any other bills. Like, life is off the fucking chart expensive at the moment, and it's really, really scary. There's no real point to this. I'm just sitting here like, this shit needs to change because it's a fucking joke. I don't see how it can be allowed to be as astronomically as expensive as it actually is for things that you physically have to have. And no, we are not going vegetarian.
Cost of living crisis in the UK has just hit a new high. These 2 tins of paint, one's 5 litres, one's 2.5. So 7.5 litres of paint. Yes, it's a colour, different colours, but £90. When the wife told me, I nearly fainted. Oh my God.
Just came out of B&M and it's £3 for an advent calendar and £2.25 for the smallest selection box. I'm sorry, but didn't advent calendars used to be £1 and the selection box is 80p? Like, what is going on with the prices, man? Are we all out here paying a tenner this year for 3 advent calendars, or am I just shopping in the wrong places? Help a gal out with it.
I just spent £37 on like 3 pieces of makeup in Tesco's, and it was on a 3 for 2 offer as well. That's absolutely shocking. Why is makeup so expensive? And the thing is, I won't even finish any of these bottles. I'll lose them before I finish them.
So why are so many British people looking to leave the country right now? I said I wanted to leave the country in my last video and started looking into moving away somewhere else for a better life. A lot of the comments were people from other countries not really understanding why. So I'll try and explain the circumstances that we're living in this country right now. Firstly, the cost of living and inflation are through the roof. I feel ripped off buying absolutely anything in this country. Everything just feels like a rip-off. Food, petrol, taking the kids to a play area, everything has just shot up. Wherever you can be taxed in this country, you are taxed. Income tax up, council tax up, and you wouldn't mind being taxed so much if you actually saw something in return for the money going out, the money you're contributing to society. If you saw some return on that, you wouldn't mind as much, but you don't see anything. For example, the NHS, which is supposed to be free healthcare, useless in this country. My son, who's 2 years old, got referred to a paediatrician in June, and we got told a few days ago that it won't be seen until about April or May. That is an absolute disgrace. We're now looking at going private, but we shouldn't have to. I'm paying taxes towards a system, towards a healthcare system that I should be able to use. That's why I'm paying my taxes, and it's so bad that I'm having to go private to actually get what I need from it. Water bills up. We have the highest energy costs in the world. Electricity and gas prices are just out of control in this country because we're obsessed with this net zero narrative, just going all in on net zero when China's just pumping out CO2 like there's no tomorrow, so it won't even make a difference. National debt's up, national borrowing's up. I could just go on and on and on all day about what is going wrong in this country, and it's only going one direction as well. There's no real hope that's going to get any better. Unemployment's up, rail fares are up, the trains We're just completely priced out of using public transport in this country. And just like normal people like myself, the millionaires are also wanting to get out of here. And when they leave and take their tax money with them, because they're taxed a lot of money, that tax burden is going to fall on ordinary people, and it's going to get even worse again. And that's without even going into the weather. But it boils down to fairness. We are not getting a fair deal in this country anymore for the amount of tax we pay. We're not getting any return on it. We're seeing other people who haven't paid into the system, if you like, get a better deal than we are, and we're paying for it essentially. And yeah, sorry state of affairs.
Oh, I honestly feel the UK is such a scam. It's so weird to live here because on the one side, beautiful, had a lovely day, autumn colours, blue sky, blah, blah, blah. However, just went to Sainsbury's, bought three items, bread, raspberries and butter, £7.45. You taking the piss? Also, not fancy butter, normal raspberries, normal bread. So, it's a scam.
Has anybody else been noticing this, right? So you're going into your local shop to get the things that you're repurchasing each time, because that's the reason why you go into the local shop, and it's creeping up at least 5p a week. Like when I started buying Evian, it was 1.50, then it was 1.55, then it was 160, then it was 165. Now it's 1.80 for a 1.5 litre Evian. Like water. Like, and this isn't only water that I've noticed this with. What is this cost of living crisis?
Oh ma, that's just what you get for being healthy.
That's what I get for trying to be healthy. So last night I went down to the shop to get a few bits, £35, not even a bit of meat, nothing. Went down today again, another £35. I got £70 for 2 days, and that's like, I know it's my fault because I don't go to the big supermarkets, I just can't do it. But like, does anybody else notice that their things that they're buying is going up? It's definitely 5p a week. £5 for kitchen roll, and it was like £5.95 for Sunny Jim. Fire liters, like.
Ma, you may go upstairs and get that mattress lifted.
Honestly, living life in the UK right now, what kind of life is this? I know a lot of us are thinking about it, but what kind of life is this? You literally wake up, before you even leave your house, some creditor, some company, some subscription, something is leaving your account. You don't even need to leave your house in order for the change to be collected. Before you even leave your house, there's a bailiff at the door, or an enforcement agent, or another parking ticket, or another council tax notice, or something like that in your letterbox. And that's before you go to work. Then you go to work your butt off for pennies, essentially. A lot of us are not getting paid for what we're actually doing and what it's reflecting. We go out, everyone's expecting us to be happy, hunky-dory and great. No wonder we don't smile in this country. No wonder we don't smile at people and greet people, because what is there to smile at? What is this quality of life like? Seriously. Obviously, I know in some aspects we will always be blessed compared to other people in the world because we have our lives. But what I'm saying, I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about what quality of life is this? And especially, it's like, this is one of the countries that people who are struggling flee to. But there's nothing here. They come here and there's nothing here. And everyone's just moody, upset. Like, oh my God. I genuinely don't understand at this point. And then they say, oh, you need to have all these multiple income streams, this. That requires energy as well. And if you don't get the right rest in between that's going to run down your mental. It's insane.
So, why did we move from the UK to Australia? Honest answer, why not? Honestly, why not? If you're thinking about moving from the UK to Australia, what is actually stopping you? Especially, if you're single, you haven't got many responsibilities back in the UK, like, what are you waiting for? It doesn't have to be Australia either, any country. What are you waiting for? The UK is always going to be there for you to go back to. If you don't like it after 6 months, go back. If you don't like it after 12 months, go back. If you don't like it after 3 years, go back. What are you waiting for? We are currently living a really cool adventure in Adelaide, in South Australia, and having a great time. The summer's about to hit. The UK's about to hit a really bad spate of weather. It's going to be horrible, miserable and grey. And you're sat there contemplating, should I move away from the UK for a while? Just ask yourself, why not?
Lise, what have you got to say to Tesco? You're expensive. I'm saying, fuck you, Tesco. So I think this shopping came to, was it about 250 quid, Lise?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, hold on. This is what 250 quid got. Are you ready? Anyone else put things in piles? So just a bit of fruit and stuff down. Vegetables and extra there. A few things for the bathroom. We didn't actually need loads. Freezer stuff. Yes, it's on the floor, okay? It's my floor, and my floor's clean, okay? And then some more fridge stuff here. Lisa's OCD while she does the cupboards. Cupboard stuff, and yeah, that is a little under £300. Absolute joke. Fuck you, Tesco, and fuck your club card. After Christmas, we've decided to start shopping in M&S because it is a little bit cheaper and it's better produce, and I look absolutely knackered, but yeah. Fuck you, Tesco. So just put the shopping away. It's been a little bit of a day. Lisa was like, what are we having for dinner?
Just spent all that money and now we're going to go out and eat.
Where?
I don't know yet.
It's Halloween. There's going to be all those pesky kids out there. Yeah. Yes, if you've got little kids doing Halloween stuff, I just called them pesky. Sorry about that. I've already shut the curtains, guys. Have I got a bloody onion head? What's going on?
Onion head?
Yeah, so don't want the kids knocking on the door. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not sure what we're doing for food. I'm not even that hungry right now, but Lisa was like, do you want to go out for a couple of drinks and have something to eat? Because I know you're not in a good place. I was like, I don't know.
What in the cost of living crisis? I've not had one of these chocolate bars for ages and I can't believe the price. Bullshit is this? So I was chatting to my mate yesterday about chocolate and he was saying, oh, I really like Galaxy chocolate. I'm like, yeah, I really like Galaxy chocolate. Anyway, we said, what about Lindt chocolate? That's nice. Not had any of that for a while, have we? Anyway, I've just pulled into the petrol station, put some diesel in, and I saw a Lindt chocolate bar and I thought, oh, that'll be nice. Didn't even look at the price, picked it up, paid for it, got the receipt. Guess how much? This. It's just that. Lindt chocolate, normal Lindt chocolate bar. What is it? 38 grams. So, in the comments, how much do you think it was? I'm going to let you know in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. £2.15. £2.15 for one chocolate bar. It's not the big one, little one. £2.15. And yeah, before anybody starts saying, well, you shouldn't have bought it. Anyway, I just picked it up, paid for it all, looked at the receipt. Holy shit. I mean, that's above inflation, isn't it? And I know it's at a petrol station. Lindt chocolate bar, £2.15. What in the broken Britain cost of living crisis bullshit is this?
I've just been robbed. Daylight fucking robbery. See anybody that says Tesco is good value for money, I don't know it. He must be punting or something, because I've just been in to do a food shop and I've been shafted. I feel as if I've been shafted. I'm fucking traumatised. Do you know what tipped me over the edge, right? The edge, sorry. Do you know what tipped me over the edge? Was Caden takes the Heinz spaghetti bolognese, the tin one, into school for his lunch, like every single fucking day. And £2.50 they are charging for one tin of spaghetti bolognese. I did not buy it. I will not be back, Tesco. I think I've got like 2 bags of shopping. I think it was about 60 quid. On it, like, Marks and Spencer's, I swear to God, Marks and Spencer's is one of my favourite shops to get my shopping in. And I'm cheaper in Marks and Spencer's than what I am in Tesco. Like, what is going on with the prices of food? I'm traumatised.
Your energy bills are still too high. And so this winter, the government has decided that nearly 6 million households will get £150 off their energy bills. So if you're on a means-tested benefit and are named on your energy bill, in the coming weeks, letters will be dropping on your doormat confirming your eligibility. We know times are tough, and we're determined to do everything we can to help.
£150. You can help. Resign. Every single one of you. Call a general election. And I can guarantee you now, Ed Miliband, when you're in a restaurant, you'd probably spend more than £150 on a bottle of champagne. Don't continue to mock the British public. £150 in 2025 is absolutely ridiculous. And I think you have to be claiming benefits to get that £150. The ones who are struggling, yeah, they deserve that. But there's people who actually just sponge on benefits, who, just cheat the system. We know that. I know that. You know that. Everybody knows it. There's a large majority, a percentage of certain people that don't even work in this country. The statistics are there for you to go and see. they'll get £150. I'd rather them £150 go to the elderly, you know, the ones who you took the winter fuel allowance off. I'll tell you how else you can help, Ed. Stop spending the taxpayers' money on some eco-maniac idea and actually bring our bills down. Not in 2030, no. Absolutely gaslighting the British public, mocking us continuously. You know, people sit back and think, £150, what a guy, what a gentleman. I'm going to vote for these. Living in cuckoo land.
What's up with the price of coffee? If you're not feeling the pinch when it comes to cost of living, you've probably got a pretty good job. Because here in the UK, things aren't great. I'm actually the one responsible for doing the shopping in my household, and every single time I go, I seem to get less for my money. And do not even get me started on energy prices. Wages don't seem to be going up, and even if they are, they're not going up in line with the increased prices. Now, usually I just have a little moan and then shut up and move on. But this time I got a little bit frustrated because the price of coffee has gone up significantly. And to be honest, I drink more than my fair share of coffee. And whilst I was kind of internally fuming over this,
you see this cost of living crisis, yeah? The other week, the little sourdough bread that I buy went up by 15p for the pack. I said, okay. This weekend I went shopping. The mince that I've been buying, £2, it's like £2.70 something. The mince has gone to £3.50. Same size, everything, £3.50. Then you'll get to the till, scan your shopping. Do you want to donate 20p with the if I slap you dead, I don't want to donate 20p because I need that 20p to offset the 15p increase in the bread. Please don't even aggravate me in the shop. Like, oh no, this winter is going to be, I complain about the price and I'm going to buy it. But every time I see these increases, my heart hurts because I'm like, what about the people who cannot afford this increase? £2.70 something to £3.50 is a jump. Like by this time next year as well, fufu will be £7 a box. You lot remember this video because the way that things are oh no, do you want to donate to charity? I'm this close to being the charity. Oh no.
Why I decide to leave the UK and move to Asia? First thing, cost of living in the UK is crazy. It's very, very expensive. For example, for the same price, which in the UK you can just rent a small room, here you can rent very nice apartment. The same is about food. Also the same about beauty things. A lot of things is like that. I can go to a restaurant and get, for example, pad thai, mango sticky rice, fried rice, or a lot of things like that for around £3, even £2 sometimes. Second thing, quality of everything in Asia is better and also is cheaper. This is about everything. For example, about beauty treatment, about food, about apartments. Quality is seriously very nice, like very high standard. Next thing, the weather. The weather is amazing. It's sunny most of the time. Even if it's rainy season, it's hot. So I love the weather. And for me, it's very, very important that here I feel safe. It's super, super important because in the UK I wasn't. And it's crazy what is going on right now in the UK. For example, can you imagine that on my street people were shooting to each other with guns? That's crazy. Here I'm not afraid to go outside even at nighttime, and I'm not afraid to go alone. That's also important thing. And also here you will not find homeless people who use drugs and they are aggressive or something like that. Here is peace, and this is very, very, very important.
Oh my days, will you just look at this? I saw this on another platform. These are the average energy prices across Europe. look like annual prices. So bottom of the list, we have Poland at 174 euros, average energy prices. Finland, 476 euros. Norway, 543 euros. Austria, 545. Holland, 546. Denmark, 558. All the way up to France, 650 euros per annum. The UK, would you look at that? £2,585 average energy price in the UK. Next, what I'm going to show you next is going to shock you.
Check out the price difference between taking a train from London to Manchester versus flying from Berlin to Manchester.
The point is, it cost us £150 per person to travel from London to Manchester. My one co-founder is actually based in Berlin. His flight return from Berlin to Manchester only cost him £20.
I just watched a video on TikTok where this woman has said that she's stopped paying all her bills. Not her mortgage or rent or whatever, but all her utility bills, her council tax, TV licence, that kind of thing. And she said she hasn't paid it for about 4 years and nothing's happened to her as a result. And I just thought I would be absolutely terrified. I would be so scared to do that. On the odd occasion in the past where I've been a little bit late paying a bill, I've actually really panicked. But there seem to be people out there who, by the sounds of it, who actually haven't paid any bills in absolutely ages, and they're totally fine. They've not been taken to court, they've not had their utilities cut off, they're just kind of living life with extra money. So are there people out there? Is this fake? Are the comments on her video all fake? Are there actually people out there who haven't paid any bills in ages? Are you one of those people? I really would love to know if you're somebody who has not paid a bill in a really long time and literally nothing has happened as a result of it. So please let me know. I would be too scared to do it myself, but yeah, let me know.
So I was just sitting here and I was thinking, living in London is absolutely crazy, and I can see why people tend to move outside of London. I mean, I'm a single girl living in a flat in London. It's crazy. The bills are insane. I feel like I have to pick up a Saturday job to be able to have extra. Without my Saturday job, I won't be able to meet up with friends for dinner or even travel or anything. So I feel like my Monday to Friday job covers my bills, all my bills, and my weekend job is my extra. That's crazy.
The average rent in the UK is now £1,400 per month. How is that doable for most people? Imagine you're single and live by yourself. Meanwhile, the minimum wage, now if you're on minimum wage, working full time, you are maybe taking home what? £1,650 a month after tax? Probably best case scenario. So you've got what? £250 to pay your electric, your gas, your water and food, and also pay to travel to work. And that is just to survive. You haven't even done any living yet. Yet certain people get everything handed to them on a silver platter, never doing a day's work in their lives. I know people that have got several kids, never worked a day in their lives, and have better houses and better standard of living than people that work full time. Everything gets paid for while the other half struggle like mad. Even if you earn a decent wage these days, an above average wage, 45,000 a year maybe, and you're by yourself, it's still hard. The UK is becoming a miserable, miserable place to live, and it is only getting worse. No wonder people are leaving, especially millionaires, in their droves. There has to be more to life than paying £1,400 a month rent. Seriously, let me know what you think of this in the comments.
The UK is full of lies, and this is why. They always try to make it out that everything is perfect here, have you noticed? But for some reason, when people go abroad and they come back, why is it that they're always happier abroad? Why is it people from abroad always come back to England and call this a shithole? Why? The problem is with people in the UK, everyone is so close-minded, right? So they just want to believe that everything is okay. They don't care about the surrounding, they don't care, they're just used to it. But once you hop out your comfort zone and you go to another country and whatever, why is it that you enjoy the life there? Yes, that could be because you're on holiday for whatever reason. But when you go somewhere and you think of it in a different idea that could I live here? You generally think, okay, where I'm living now is not that good. And yes, I might be born and bred in the UK, but this is definitely somewhere where I do not want to stay for the rest of my life. One, the people, just the weather, just the vibes in the UK. It's just it's not for me. And look, it might be for you, and if it is, then hats off to you. But I know there's a lot of people on this app that it's not for us. But don't be afraid to step out your comfort zone. Go live in another country, bro. Don't let anyone tell you that, oh yeah, you're gonna regret it. Go and do it, bro. You will enjoy it.
How did you become homeless?
The accommodation I was in was too expensive. I was basically leaving myself bankrupt every month because I was only on universal credit. It started to affect my mental health to the extent I contemplated OD. It was the fact that I was getting no help from anywhere as regards getting out of the temporary accommodation into something permanent. I was getting no help with my mental health. I was being picked on by 2 of the other residents in the building.
Was you working at the time as well, man?
No, I have a couple of long-term medical problems.
Can I ask about them?
Yeah, a regular fast heartbeat, and also in the past roughly 3 weeks, I've had a raging water infection.
And then the houses are even more expensive. What made you come here?
I walked into the local coach station in Manchester, and the first coach that was going out the door was London. It could have been Newcastle, it could have been Bristol, it could have been anywhere. Okay. It was purely and simply a case of I didn't want to be in Manchester any longer.
Did you been homeless for 4 weeks? Yeah. Tell the people a little bit about that experience, man.
Cold, depressing, never getting a full night's sleep because of noise of traffic, and wherever you try and find somewhere to stay, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, a security guard, right, you need to move.
Hey all, so I've just done my, I would say weekly shop, but having kids with needs and all their different likes, dislikes, it's probably only going to last a few days. I mean, what is with the prices at the moment? It's like extortionate in Morrison's, and I suppose they're all on par with each other. But yeah, anyone got any tips for some good cheaper supermarkets around or anything else? Let me know.
Hi guys, I just want to share my frustration right now. I've literally just been crying because things are not making sense. Look at these. I bought all these items from Home Bargains, right? 7 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items, right? Can you guess how much this cost me? Like, I've got my receipt here, but guess how much? Me thinking, okay, the least amount I can spend on this thing, maybe 12 or 10 pounds, right? Because it's not even up to 10 items, literally just 7 items, but I didn't go so much. Bro, see my receipt. The receipt I'm seeing here, £4.99, £2.99, 79p, 95p, £3.99, 89p, £5.49, and I had to pay a total amount. What the hell are you going? I had to pay a total amount of £20 plus. Let's not forget the 9p, because I had to pay that 9p. Like, I don't understand. The mask was not even massing, bro. I didn't even buy bag because I came with my own bag because I'm not paying extra for a bag. When the lady told me this was £20, I was like, what? How this? Bro, this is just 7 items. Like, I'm calculating £4.99, £2.99, 79p, 95p, 3.99, 89p, and then 5.49. How does this number add up to £20? Guys, this is not making sense. Look at it. Look at it. Are you seeing it? Like, it's not making. Bro, I've been calculating these numbers since I came back from the store, and it's not even adding up to my head. Like, my brain is not processing that these 7 items cost me £20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cost me £20, 9 pence. Let's not forget the 9 pence because I had to pay the 9 pence. I'm like, bro, what? I looked at the cashier and I was like, bro, I'm here with literally like expecting change. I thank God I have £20 on me, but my plan was to get change. And then she told me it's £20, 9 pence. 9p! 9p! Oh, guys, like, I don't even know how to process this thing because I swear to you, these numbers are not really adding up to me. Like, my head is not even... bro, these numbers are not adding up. Like, how something...
But everyone loves to complain about how bad the UK is or how much worse it's going to get. But let's be real, where is everyone actually going to go? Yes, we know cost of living is through the roof. Trains can be a nightmare. Housing is crazy. People talk about moving abroad like it's going to be the magic fix that they need to run away from all the problems. But the reality is, things are expensive everywhere in the world you go right now. You go to the US, healthcare could bankrupt you. You go to Canada, housing is also an issue, cost of living. Other countries in Europe also experience cost of living as well. It's not like anywhere is going to be the perfect escape. So it makes me wonder, are people actually planning to leave, or do we like to complain just to complain? I really want to know if you would genuinely consider leaving the UK and where you would go if you did, or if you were just complaining and you're going to stay anyway.
What's in the cost of actual bullshit Britain? I've heard Tesco's have put their plastic bags up to 40p. Let's go and check it out. At that price, I just smile less. I swear, this bag keeps on getting smaller, but the price keeps on getting bigger. I don't mean to be salty or nothing. Guess how much are strepsils? They're putting them in boxes now. Cheerio to my bank balance. Some people say I've got no soul. That's it. I'm taking a break. In what world are we living in where it's cheaper to get a haircut than it is to wash my hair? Now I know what the HP stands for. High price. If anybody wants to buy me a packet of Doritos for Christmas, please. £4.10. They should call them in Detties. £10.25. That's not going to soften the blow. Confirmation that the world's going to end. Tesco's have put their bags up to 40p.
Becoming an adult is so humbling. I have literally become an annoying mother. Like, I am Mrs. Can you turn off the light, please? I am Mrs. We need to turn down the hot water because the bills are crazy. And in the apps, you can see like where the most amount of money is being spent on. And as soon as it said hot water, yeah, the piping hot showers, the piping hot bath, that's been reduced.
Oh good, the cost of something else is going up, as if the cost of living wasn't hefty enough. What is it this time? Well, the government has announced that they are going to be putting something else up. And what is that? Well, it's the cost of university education. Now, obviously, that doesn't affect everyone, but it does definitely affect me. I've got one son currently in university education. I've got another one going to be starting it next year. So the cost at the moment, university fees are about £9,500. I think it's 9,530 quid a year. It went up last year for the first time in over a decade. But the government have now announced that they're not going to be placing any restrictions or any cap on it. And it's going to be going up by the rate of inflation every year for the rest of this parliament. So by the time this parliament comes to an end in 4 years' time, it's going to be well over 10 grand, probably 10.5 grand, depending on the rate of inflation, 10.5 grand. Now, I know that unless you're wealthy or well off and can just pay the fees out of your own pocket, which I definitely can't, then it goes on a student loan. But all that means is that all of the students going to university, all the students leaving university will be racking up ever bigger debts. So if you're looking at a 3-year university course, and the course is going to be give or take 10 to 10.5 grand a year, you're looking at about 31 grand just in university fees. And then you've obviously got a maintenance grant, and that could be anything from 4 to 9 grand a year on top of that. So you're probably looking at 50 grand of debt when a student comes out of university. How does that get paid back? Well, they don't start at the moment, unless they put this up as well. At the moment, you don't start paying anything back until you're in a job that is paying you £25,000 a year. And then you pay 5% of everything over that 25 grand a year until the debt is paid off. That's going to be a long way down the road in the future. So that basically is hanging over students that come out of university pretty much forever, unless they get into a very well paid job, or unless they have a family that has some sort of an inheritance that can pay it off in a lump sum. A lot of people will be saying, well, don't go to university then. And actually, to an extent, I'm more and more agreeing with that. Both my sons wanted to do it because they both have very specific niches that they want to get into in the sporting sector and the sporting field, and therefore doing a degree works well for them. If they hadn't had something specific that they wanted to do, then I'd have said, don't go. Get an apprenticeship, get a trade. Don't bother going to university. What are you going to get out of it? Yes, you get to spend 3 years growing up. Yes, you get to spend 3 years living by yourself, fending for yourself, paying your own bills, cooking your own food, going out and getting drunk, meeting girls or boys, depending on which way around you are, etc., etc. So all of that, life experience point of view, I think is a very good thing. But from a careers point of view, unless you have a very specific niche that you can guarantee getting work in, which fingers crossed my two do, then you're stuffed. Because so many people are now coming out of university and not able to find jobs, or not able to find well-paid jobs, or still just don't know what they want to do. So what is the point of racking up 50 grand's worth of debt and coming out of it 3 years later and scratching your head like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't get a job. What am I going to do? Much, much, much better off get a trade, go into the building sector, or get an apprenticeship, go into engineering, going to, property, whatever it might be. Find yourself a good apprenticeship. There's lots of them out there, and do it that way. As I say, my sons really want the university experience, and they have specific skills that they want to hone to get into specific jobs. And I actually think, touch wood, they've both got a very good chance of doing that. But for the majority, I'm not so sure. So fees going up yet again, costs going up yet again. Going to be 10.5 grand a year minimum for university education fees. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know whether you think they should still just keep going up, and let me know whether you think it's worth sending your kids to university.
So let's make this clear. This crisis didn't fade. They just stopped talking about it and hoped you'd stop noticing. Prices didn't return to normal. They reset at the top. We didn't come out of the cost of living crisis. We just got stuck living inside it. Supermarket staples still cost 20 to 30% more than they did 3 years ago. Rents are at record highs. Energy bills might dip 1 month, then jump the next. Council tax up. Train fares up. Insurance up. Internet up. Food up. It's not inflation easing. It's Britain adjusting to being poorer. And while average people pick up shifts, budget to the bone, and pray their card won't decline, the same companies that raise prices because inflation are now printing record profits. Funny how the crisis hits workers, but somehow never hits shareholders. Some people say, stop complaining, everyone's struggling. Life's always been tough number. Life hasn't always been this tough for working people in a developed country. You shouldn't need 3 jobs to afford a fridge full of food. You shouldn't fear the postman because the letters are all bills. You shouldn't have to decide between heating your home or eating a decent meal. This isn't normal. This is managed decline, wrapped in PR headlines and political excuses. So what do? Demand wage growth that actually matches reality, not fantasy spreadsheets. Stop letting corporations hide greed behind inflation. Cap essential costs, housing, energy, basic food. Hold leaders accountable instead of accepting excuses. Build community resilience. Because waiting for government help is like waiting for Santa Truths. Brits didn't suddenly get lazy or bad with money. Britain just became a country where survival itself is an achievement. And if we don't talk about it, nothing changes. Silence is how decline wins. You've been watching Brit Rants, the place where reality doesn't get sugar-coated, because sugar costs £3.50 now anyway. Hit subscribe, drop your rant below, and share this video. Because the only way this country gets better is if enough people refuse to pretend it's fine. This is Broken Britain, and we deserve a life, not just a struggle.